Satan after he told him what he was doing. He said, I'm seeking to devour someone. And you asked me, have I considered? He asked the enemy, have you considered my servant? Why would God invite the enemy to even consider me? So we know the whole story, right? God allowed the enemy to take away everything and everybody that Job loved, except for his wife and his 3 friends. And we're going to talk a little about them later. He allowed the enemy the right to kill Job's children, to attack his finances and his body. Remember, God allowed the enemy to do these things. But why? Why? And some of you may be asking, even the things that you're dealing with now, why are you allowing the enemy? Matter of fact, you the one asked him, have you considered my servant? You already said my servant, right? How many of us, like Job, have lost something? Raise your hand. Or somebody, or some things, in spite of our sacrifices that we've made to God, right? Job sacrificed burnt offerings to God just in case my children do something wrong. See, I made these sacrifices. How many of us is like, look, God, I made these sacrifices. And yet, and still, you still ask to serve the devil? Have he considered me? Yes. We, like Job, may feel like somehow God has betrayed us. Amen. He has betrayed us. After all I do, I come to church, I read my Bible, I pray to you, I give my children to you. I've done everything right that I know to do, but yet you give me up to the enemy. All right. Remember, y'all. Remember, the enemy has no authority. He has to get permission, right? Thank you, Lord. Permission. He came and accused Job and said, look, God, the only reason why he's serving you is because you already protected his children, his family, his finances. But like Job and like myself, want to know why, God, have you allowed the enemy the right to destroy me, destroy my life, and take away from me people I love. I gave them to you. You gave them to me. Yet and still you allowed the enemy to destroy them. Like Job, me and some of you may be saying, Lord, I've given my life to you. I've made sacrifices, right? Amen. For your name's sake, I did all of these things. Yet, I feel like the enemy is attacking me on every side. How many of you feel like the enemy, I don't know about you, but like Job, feel like the enemy, if it's not one thing, it's another one. Amen. I don't know about you, but this summer I lost first my cousin in February, my cousin in March, my uncle in June, my grandmama in July, my uncle in August. And I said, Lord, why are you allowing the enemy to do these things? Think about the people that was around Job, right? You had his friends. And some of our people, they may not say it to our face, but we can hear them saying, she served God, right? He served God. And all this bad stuff happening to them. You may feel like you hear people saying, all of this God talk that they talk. Go ahead now. And their whole life is ruined. They ain't got no money, can't pay their bills, they in debt, children acting a fool. Yes, Lord. All of this, yet all they talk about is God. All right. Amen. Job's 3 friends were like that. They said, what did you do wrong to make God allow the enemy to mess your life up like this? Our life is straight. You had to do something wrong. How many of y'all even, let's be real, in our life, we see bad things happen to people, we say what they do wrong. But the scripture said that Job was a blameless man. He was a blameless man. He made sacrifices for God. It said he made sacrifices. So why would he allow the enemy? Matter of fact, you told them, you said, have you, the enemy wasn't thinking about Job. He ain't fine, Job. The Lord said, have you considered him? Have you I'm a believer.
Come on, right now.
How many people think that too?
Amen.
That we are exempt
Go ahead now.
from trials. We are exempt from tribulations because I'm a believer. Amen. God must have the wrong person. He's pleading his case to his friends. How many of us find ourselves pleading our cases with people around us? I ain't did nothing wrong. I don't know why all of this is happening to me. Yet and still, while Job continues to suffer in his body and plead his case, guess what? God is sitting passively. It appears that God is sitting passively by doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. It seems like God is doing absolutely nothing. I prayed the first year and said, God gonna do this. It's gonna come to pass. Job friends looking, God is about to get me up out of my situation. I prayed the second year, the third year, the fourth year, the fifth year, the sixth year, the seventh year, and God still ain't did nothing, it appears to be. And everybody is still probably mocking behind your back. She up there talking about God gonna deliver and God gonna do this. God ain't thinking about her or her situation, right? Because Job friends, can you imagine what they was asking him in his face? Can you just imagine what they were saying behind his back? Dude sitting up here like he's so righteous and God hears him and God understands him and God all of this and all this he going through. We ain't going through none of this and we don't even talk to God. We don't even profess to even know God. Matter of fact, we don't even believe in God. And we got money in the bank.
Go ahead.
Bills straight.
Go ahead now.
Children off to college.
Go ahead now.
Husbands doing pretty fine.
All right.
Big house, big cars.
Go ahead.
And we ain't thinking about God. Yet you got Job and all these other folks talking about they love God and God sitting by and doing nothing. Job's wife even said to him what? And she got impatient with God. She said, wait a minute, she got patient with God. Because Job's like, God gonna change this and God gonna change that. She got impatient with Job and said, are you still maintaining your integrity? Are you serious? You better curse God and die. Who told Job to do that at first? The enemy said, he'll curse you to your face. And now you got his friend, you got his wife. Bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh telling him, dude, look, it ain't happening. You done waited 7 years. It is not going to happen. How many of y'all in y'all situation, seriously, you've been in so much, the enemy begin to use people and say, maybe you need to wish another thing because God ain't really got you on his mind. Because you still in the same situation. Ain't nothing changed. I'm doing better than you. Right? You broken. Right? But yet I trust you. That's what Job kept saying. Job replied in verse 2 and 10, are you talking like a foolish woman? Should we accept from God and accept good from God and not trouble? Job made up in his mind. He made up in his mind. I'm broken. Broken means what? To be shattered. To be no longer of use. Right? Despair. Loss of hope. He said, I'm broken. But yet I'm going to trust you. Yeah. Job said, I don't know what I did wrong. That for God to allow this to happen to me. He said, I don't know when this will be over. Mm-hmm. But Job said in 14 and 14, he said, if a man die, should he live again? All the days of my appointed time, I will wait until my change comes. Remember, Job said, I don't know when this is going to be over. And you got them friends talking about some girl. It's been 7 years. I think God forgot. He forgot because he ain't did nothing. He ain't gave you a sign. He didn't give Job a sign or anything. But Job said, I'm going to wait until my appointed time. Until my change comes. Job never professed it how and when God was going to do it, but he declared, I will wait. That's what Deacon Phil talked about. I will wait. You may be wondering like Job and like me, God, what did I do to make you sick the devil on me? Remember, what did I do for you? What did I do? How many of y'all say that to God? What did I do so wrong that you allowing the devil to just hit me with everything that he got?
Everything.
And I'm I'm going to respond a little differently than the book said God respond. I'm just going to use what the Lord gave me this morning to give to you. And he simply said, I didn't sick the devil on you for him to devour you. That wasn't my purpose. I know that's what the devil's purpose was.
Go ahead.
I didn't sick the devil on you to kill you.
All right.
But I asked the devil, did you consider my servant Job? Or did you consider my servant Deacon Fields? I did that simply because I trusted in you.
Yeah.
All right.
I trusted in you. That's why I asked the devil, have he considered you? My name was at stake. He said my name was on the line. I couldn't just trust anybody with it. He said, so have you considered my servant? I wanted to prove to the devil that everything he said about you was a lie. I wanted to prove the enemy wrong. He said, Job, did you hear the devil when he said that you only trusted me? Or you only love me because I've been keeping you and your family safe. That's what the enemy told God about Job. He was the accuser. He said, did you hear him when he said you only trusted me because you own so many things and were financially secure? He said you only trusted me because you were healthy in your body and you wanted for nothing. That's what the enemy is saying. He's going before God accusing us. And God said, look, I'm allowing you to go through it because my name is on the line. My name is on the line. Job, did you hear him say that you felt like I owed you something because of the many sacrifices that you made? He said, look, this guy Job feel like because he made these sacrifices to you that you owe it to him to keep him safe. Job, my servant, I had to prove the enemy wrong. Just put your name where Job were. I'm saying Job's name, put your name there. He said, I had to prove to him. I had to prove to everybody that's watching your situation. I had to prove to all three of Job's friends, all of your friends, all of your enemies. He said, I had to prove to them that you trusted me because you loved me for me. You love me for me and not for what I can give you or for what I can or have done for you. But I had to prove to the people that you love me in spite of what you own. You love me in spite of good health. I had to prove to them that you love me. Even if I gave you your husband and I take him away, that you still love me. I had to prove to them that you love me because you just love me. Right? God is saying to you, I trust you with my name. I trust you with my glory on the earth. I trust you with my glory on the earth. He said, I don't trust everybody with my glory. I don't trust everybody with my name. I trust you with my glory. That's why I allowed you to go through what you've gone through. That's why I allowed you to do the enemy to do what he had to do with you. My reputation was on the line. My reputation was on the line. When the enemy comes before us, God's reputation is on the line. He said, I'm going to use you to prove to the enemy that he's a liar. Right? He said, I trusted you. And in the midst of trusting me, I matured you. I'm making you better. I'm making you better than what you were before, right? He said, I know you're broken, but continue to trust my plan. You said, Lord, I'm broken, but I trust you. And the Lord is saying, I know you're broken, but continue to trust my plan. I know you're broken. I know you feel like all hope is gone, but continue to trust my plan. Well, we know the ending of Job after God had proved the devil to be wrong and a liar. We know in Job 42:10, what did he say? After Job had